Okay, so good afternoon, Advait. Uh, we till in the HR operation we have finished with the many things. We after the memorandum we are discussing a warning letter. We have already started with the warning letter, but today we will discuss in detail what exactly mean by warning letter. Okay, so we will also see what is the difference between the memorandum, memo, warning letter, show cause, because it is very, very important that when HR person, he must be aware about when to issue a warning letter or when to issue a memo or when to issue a show cause notice. So according to the occurrence of the any misconduct, according to the that it is predefined that at particular level you need to, as a HR person, or a concerned person or concerned authority in the HR department, you need to take a proper steps. So what warning letter to an employee is a formal HR process to record a misconduct. Okay. So normally what happened in the organization is according the protocol or the according to some ethics in the organizations, ethics in behavior, there are a in the during the your initial step only, these are a certain indication it's already given to the employee how to behave in the organization, what are the different protocols, rules and regulation to be followed once you join the organization. So it is already communicated well in advance at the time when you join the organization, maybe during your induction program or during your orientation program. But still, because of a human being and because not by intentionally but by mistake, sometimes it happened through by the employee. But for that, to avoid such thing in the premises, in the company, in the any organizations, the company, they have a provision to take necessary steps on that. Now this is one case like a warning letter. Normally what happened, warning can be given in a oral form also. So there are two type of warning. When if the offense is the level of offense is low, then it can be the normal sort of warning is given to the candidate by a higher authority. And we need to always think that, or this is supposed to be followed from the higher authority, that whenever you are giving some warning to the any employee, it is not in a public place. That is definitely the HR person, they need to follow. Suppose you want to punish, you want to fire some employee or any for any cause. Okay, so that is supposed to be maybe in office, maybe in his cubicle, or maybe in your cubicle, or maybe in your cabin. Okay, not in front of a mob. Okay, but vice versa, when you are appreciating the performance of an individual, it's supposed to be in front of a public, in front of a mob, in front of all employee. So these are two extreme condition where you need to follow certain decorum, where it is mandatory for the HR department also when to how to behave at the time of, because they are in a planning of planning a policy, and at the end they are also following the rules and regulation, when to do, when to, how to behave, when to report, how to handle these cases. So it is for them also, it's on a second side, they need to follow certain decorum. Now we are discussing, this is not a warning orally, but it is a form of a written communication. So warning letter to an employee is a formal HR process to record misconduct. Okay, and it's a disciplinary issue or a proof performance, and discuss it with the employee. The letter also helps in setting expectation for a future behavior and maybe a precursor to termination. So it is not like the higher authority, they are giving a termination order, but that is a one step. If the level of offense is high, then in certain condition that lead to the direct, they're giving a order, like maybe if you are not doing properly in the organization, definitely company will issue the termination order. So that is the extreme level. Okay, a warning letter is a formal communication mechanism that allows HR managers to take control of the situation and take necessary actions that follow the company policy. Now, to how to write a formal letter, it is again we need to follow certain steps in that. A warning letter is a formal communication where the HR that allows HR managers to take a control of the situation, and according to that they are taking certain actions which is against that employee who is done the misconduct, and it is for the betterment of the organization. When verbal communication between an employee and their supervisor or HR manager do not lead to the desired changes, a written warning letter helps in highlighting the situation and recording the gap. The process helps in ensuring the following. We will discuss like when it is issued, when, because the earlier step is taken by higher authority, that is a verbal communication. But what happened? Still, the employee, they are not taking the like what taking in consideration like to change their behavior. So it is observed. It is noted by the HR department and it is observed. And then if they are not changing their behavior, or they are not, there is no changes in a positive aspect, then the company, the higher authority or HR department, the letter, warning letter is issued to, because it is again the company, they need to take a certain actions on that. If the people may be related to, they are repeating the misconduct, or they repeating the same behavior, and which harms the policy or a functionary of an organization, so definitely organization, they are taking a necessary steps, and they are supposed to issue the warning letter to that concern, maybe a group, maybe a individual employee. Documenting a warning through a formal letter ensures that the employees understand the matter is serious and need time bound improvement. Okay, now when the organization, they are issuing the this warning letter, it is self understood that now the offense is, the level of offense is high, and the matter is very serious, and again they are giving a time bomb to the individual or a group of an employee for a improvement. Definitely always there is a scope for improvement, but the company on the other hand, according to the labor law, it is always suggested that you need to give or some space to for improvement, and you need to again give some time to that particular candidate for improvement. Okay, so according to the level of his offense, the company, they are taking a steps. Storing a written communication in an employee file allows easier access if the behavior is repeated. Now what happened, if we are continuously giving the oral warning, then it is of no use, because still there are a certain kind of employee in the organization, they never change, they are repeatedly doing same thing, or maybe they are always teasing a employee, or they are not changing their behavior according to the organizations. So what happened, there is a time when the company, they are taking a hard step by issuing the written draft of a warning letter. Now this help, there are again warning one, warning two, we can issue, the company, they can issue the 2 or 3 warning letters to the employee, but this will help the organization to maintain the record of that employee. And suppose that is also considered at the time of your performance appraisal, it is observed that, because in the organization, I always said that now the every documentation, whenever earlier we was using by manually, it is replaced by the your software, HRIS है, HRMS है, so these are human resource management system बोल सकते हैं, और human resource information system बोल सकते हैं. So this is a set of application, or this is certain apps or software which the company, they are using to store the information of the employee. So individual employee, they are having their file. Okay, so maybe in that file, the HR people, they are maintaining a record of the employee at the time of joining, considering like their previous record, previous experience, certain educational documentation, certain the maybe the skill oriented certification and all that, many MDPs or many other program or workshop or training program he has attended, his improvement, the special assignment which is given to that employee, and his record, everything is maintained in that file. Okay, so parallel to this, these are a certain issue, certain written draft which is issued by the organization for the betterment, is already is supposed to be maintained in the file. So whenever the company, they are trying to take certain necessary action against that employee, it can be easily accessed for to take a certain necessary action against that employee. So official warning letters to employees can be used legally if termination. So this is like a hard step the organization, they are taking at the end in the sense, if after repeating the allow normally what happened, the memo is the first step. It is the level of a memo is very softened, and again considering this is issued by both the to the individual or to the group, but still the employer or a group of people, they are not improving their behavior, then the company, they thought like this is not no use, and then they are giving again the warning, through a verbal communication, that is a warning. And again, because we can't maintain a documentation in a verbal communication, so they then finally they need to issue the official warning letter, where they are mentioning the clear cut detail about like what is the offense, and then what are the necessary steps supposed to be taken by the higher authority. So it is clearly mentioned in the that written documentation, and according to that, they are giving a time bound, like if you are not improving your behavior within that period, maybe for 1 week or 1 month, or for like according to the requirement of that behavior, the time bound program is given to that candidate. And then finally, either because it is a legal documentation and we need to use a legal language only, so this is the official letter of a warning. Now these are a certain the company, then every time whenever they are framing the a warning letter, there are a certain rules and the regulation, like how to draft a warning letter. And according to these norms, the company, they adhere to the policy and they need to follow that. These are a certain following guidelines in which we will discuss, like what are the necessary steps supposed to be taken by the higher authority when they want to issue a warning letter to an employee. By adhering to this, the management will ensure that the process has the desired impact. Now, document verbal warning first, track all the verbal warnings and disciplinary measures in writing at the time they are given. Now, what happens? Suppose the company, for the betterment of the his behavior, already has given the verbal warning. Now, verbal warning, it is not like that. The only the higher authority is giving a verbal, means the topmost authority, he has given a verbal warning. But even when the supervisor or some adjacent higher authority has given him a verbal warning, is supposed to be recorded, or so and so date the warning is given, verbal warning is given to that candidate, and you need to record this particular report in a particular documentation. So when we are writing the warning letter, okay, so that time we can mention the who are drafting this warning letter, they must mention the like the so and so person, the concerned authority already given you a means verbal warning, but still you are not improved your behavior. Okay, so we need to mention that maybe the higher authority concerning like your supervisor, or suppose HR person, or the concern management, or maybe concern higher authority in that but respective department, they already given the warning. So you need to give a, you need to maintain the this communication, and you need to give this proper in the your warning letter. Determine tone, determine your reason for writing the warning. Now it is very very important that suppose according to the level of offense, you need to identify like what is the reason for writing the warning. It's supposed to be brief when you are writing, because like according to the memo, we have a body, we are starting that which suppose with the proper salutation, we are to whom we are addressing this, we need to mention the name of the concerned person. If the group, we need to give a the proper like the team of maybe a department, or maybe a some certain group of employee in the organization. So we need to address to the that particular group or individual, and then we need to determine the tone, in the sense like according to that we need to the higher authority who are drafting the list letter, they need to identify tone, and then according to that they need to use the language, legal language, for that consult with the manager. Now here what happened, the person who are writing a or drafting a letter, he must be aware about, because there are, that's why I always suggest you that that is a very it's a bright future for HR people. Like we have a many discipline, many people they are not aware about that. Technical writing is very very important discipline in HR, and for that parallel to your regular MBA, we are aware we there are a separate certification courses, and the degree courses are available, sorry, diploma courses are available for the technical writing, where these are a certain technical writing process which you will learn how to draft, into draft, what is the framework for that, what are the legal language, and suppose there are a certain according to the labor law, and you can also mention IPC code and all that. So that person, he must be aware about like what are the provision of by the law for specific concern. So you need to, for suppose the person is not aware about that, then that time he need to also consent with the manager regarding like what is exactly the issue, and he need to take a detail from the manager. Then what is a formality? A formality like maybe before issuing a warning letter, the person who is drafting, because he is already consulting the manager, and then again, because we can't punish the innocent person, so that is again the provision in a law. So before that, it is a duty of a person, or it is duty of that particular group, a particular department where that employee or a candidate is working. They need to collect certain documentation before prior to writing this particular warning letter. So it is important that to collect the necessary evidence or a draft or documentation as a sort of a proof. Okay. Then like suppose there was already I always suggest that because many organization they have following these guidelines, like whenever you people enter into the premises of any organization, there are a certain hang like posters or a certain flexes are where you can easily read the some code of conduct and discipline images. So it is supposed to be visible to each and every employee of the organization or a worker. Suppose the workers they are not aware about the your this language, so in their language or in their mother tongue, you need to frame this code of conduct and you need to hang where they can easily read that. Okay. So like suppose in the certain premises it is written that uh, you can't smoke over there, or you can't spit over there. So these are a certain guideline. Still people are doing the mistake, and then it is observed. Mostly these are a certain normal etiquettes which you need to follow, and for that one to one it is very very difficult for the higher authority to take a one to one action. So they are taking a use of a, what we can say, the machinery. Many organization they have settled some CCTV camera where your daily actions can be easily captured, like how you are behaving with your employee, or many. These are a sample, because it is very difficult for a supervisor also, or maybe a security person also, to keep a 24 watch on your performance or your behavior. So better with the help of this CCTV, they can easily capture or maintain the record of like these are certain things which is happening in the there in a day-to-day basis. Now when you are giving the writing your particular employee warning letter, you need to state a company policy. Which when you are getting your offer letter, that time also these are a certain state company policy. They are already given a documentation where it is clear cut mentioned that these are a certain rules and regulation which is adhered by the company, and you need to follow that. And by reading this, it is they're taking it granted like you have gone through all the rules and regulation of the organization, and then you are signing on that agreement. Okay. So it is well understood by the organization. Yes, I know that you people means we people least bother about, because it is written in a small letters, small font size, and then there is a term and condition. So you always observe that there are 2-3 pages terms and conditions written in the your agreement letter. But that is by being a proper candidate, you must literate candidates, you must go through the once what are the term and condition which is written in the that particular agreement. That is not a company's because they are giving you, you just go through and then sign. But we people by default we just signing on that without reading it carefully. Okay. But when they are issuing a warning letter, that time also they are also giving, they are repeatedly writing that ki, these are a company policy and you have not followed, or you are not doing according to the written company policy. Then they are giving in a normal legal language describe what happened. Okay. Actually why the company is writing this warning letter to you. So you need to, means company, the person who is responsible to draft, he is mentioning that the incidents. Okay. Now state expectations. It is because there is a provision for the some punishment here, yeah, maybe some fine or maybe certain, if the level of offense is high, then if it is not handled by the company or maybe the group management, then they are taking the help of external people, maybe some police department, or maybe there's some courts, they file a case against you. This can be the like higher level, they can take a certain strict um, steps. So for that they need to give certain expectation ki we are company as a whole, or a management, they are expecting the what, maybe I'm just giving an example, like within this 1 month they wanted your performance supposed to be improved, or maybe don't repeat the behavior, or these are a certain, they are giving you indication like we don't want to you to behave in a certain ways. Okay, so this is clearly mentioned in the warning letter, and they are giving you a time bound program where you need to improve. Okay, and then outline the consequences, and they're giving a clear cut idea like if you're repeating the same in the future, then what will be the possible measures taken by the higher authority. So these are a certain layout which we need to implement at the time when we are drafting the this warning letter. Okay, so it's very very important steps when we are drafting this warning letter. These are a certain setup, a time and the location with the employee where management will discuss the issue. Now, this should preferably be done by sending an email to the employee or a written request. If the employee is not an email, follow it up with the phone call to ensure the employee understand the importance of the meeting. Now, when the company they are giving the this particular warning letter, so just it's just for a follow up. There are a different procedure when they are allowing the candidate to work in the premises, you need to follow, and if not, then suppose before during this warning letter, the warning letter can be given for a various purpose, like suppose the candidate is doing certain misconduct and it is observed by the higher authority, or it is observed by the supervisor, and if it is punishable, so with this writing letter, the company is giving what we can say, the informing the candidate that we are means company they're asking to meet the candidate on so and so date and so time. Okay, and if the person, maybe there are different sources the higher authority they can use for just to communicate with the candidate. Now these are the certain sources, like nowadays earlier it was only by a written document, or maybe on the self address of that candidate they can drafting a letter and then they're posting, and through this post or this was a normal earlier days, you know, through the postcard or through the inland letter or the proper letterhead, it is supposed to be written and sorry, drafted and forward to the employee through the post. Okay, but nowadays we have a different media which we can use for the communication. We can draft a mail and then we can forward on that employee mail ID. But if in the case, suppose the many time the worker who are doing, they hardly have their mail ID, so in that case maybe we can personally call the candidate and we can issue the this warning letter in by hand. Second, we can use a multimeter, because in case people, as a human being we have excuses. He can also say that I have not received the warning letter. Okay, so this can be issues maybe many times the people there, that's why it is for a better side. Company they can use a multi-source. Okay, maybe they can draft a mail, or sorry, they can draft a this warning letter and they can send by mail, email ID, or maybe nowadays many employees are having the smartphones, so on a WhatsApp, on a proper message also, and by the drafting a letter, and they can post on their personal address also. So multi-source if you're using, so that person, and even it is very very important when the person is getting the letter, it is important by the you need to keep in one thing in the mind, that when the person is getting that letter, you one copy, like we are getting a multiple copies of that, we are forwarding to the higher authority, because management, you people, HR people, they are streamlining the both the party, like one is the higher authority and the lower management. Now here you need to take a proper care of, like when you have forwarded a letter to the candidate, you need to take the signature from that you received that. Okay, so maybe after proper communication to the candidate, you can do this formality. It is advisable to discuss the warning letter in a formal setting, such as a meeting room, in an office or a supervisor's cabin, and never in a public places. such as a restaurant or company. So why? Because that's I already suggested ki when you are appreciating the performance or appreciating the candidate, it can be done in the front of a mob, it can be done in front of a group, or in front of his colleague, or a whole employee of a company. But at the time when you are firing the employee, never fire the employee in front of a mob. It's supposed to be in maybe in a his meeting room, or in a personal cubicle, office, or supervisor's cabin. Just don't in the case you need to avoid the public places, or maybe company, the public, the shop floor, or where the many people are working in the same area. So these are a certain protocol we need to follow when we are doing this or formality. Always create the warning letter on company's letterhead, because that it is very very important by the management side. When we are drafting a letter, always follow the rules. That is always you need to put or the draft a letter on a letterhead. Then only it can be considered by the candidate it is a authentic letter. Unless and until we are not using the letterhead, they still ki, I'm not aware about who has forwarded me a warning letter, and then the what we can say, the weightage of this warning letter is minimized. Okay? Print two copies of the warning letter, one for an employee and the other of the office record. When you are issuing this warning letter to the employee, you take the signature on the warning letter. Okay, you have issued that, and then again to maintain the office record. Now we are having this online file. You just scan the copy, and again one just for a future record, you can maintain this document of his warning letter in his personal file. So these are a certain steps which is very very important to take by the organization. Start the discussion by sharing why you have set up the meeting, and discuss the issue with the employee, citing specific areas which were of a concern. It is better to be prepared with an in-depth details of the issue, since the employee will often try to justify their behavior. So when you are calling the candidate for the meeting, you need to give the detail about like why you are calling you. We have already issued a warning letter, and then you need to provide a proper time, so that the person he can justify the behavior. So it is very very important that the person also get a chance to give his detail, like this is not, he's not did by intention, maybe by mistake, or maybe somebody from the colleague only, they have motivated him to behave like this. So that can be happen with the any human being. Discuss the specific outcome that are expected from the employee in the specific timeline. So it is very very important that we can't, because if daily such things happen in the organization, which is not at all productive for the any cause. So it is important for the organization, so they without wasting a time of both the party. Okay, so with the minimum time they need to set up this particular whatever the things. Document the employee's thoughts, if any, on the company copy the warning letter. Okay, so just to protect him, even in a like normally we have seen this scenario in a court. So the in front of this when there are hearing, the both the party they are giving equally a proper chance to come and give their thoughts, like why they are behaving like this, whether they are ready to accept their cause or not. So here when the during the meeting, when they are higher, one side there are a higher authority also, and there are the committee, sorry, the these employees, they are giving a detail like the, HR team, they are responsible to draft the employees thought on that. It is very very important. They need to maintain a separate record where at the time of this meeting or a discussion, they need to write the points like employees, what is a he is communicating through this meeting in the to the management. Share a signed copy of the warning letter with the employee, and get the signature of the employee on the company copy. File the letter in the employee record. So in future, suppose he said ki, you have not given me any warning letter, or I have not issued, or I have not so just to avoid all this in the future, we are taking some mandatory steps to avoid all this in the future. That is, we are issuing a copy and we are getting a sign by the employee also, because it is for a future record we are maintaining that. I share with you one certain warning letter, and this is just for a discipline issue. Simple note is given like a warning letter is to be issued to the employees in case they have violated key sections in the company policy document. Now this is a simple, this is a layout or a format. This is like include the harassment and the violence. So the cause is like a normal harassment in the organization and the violence. So you need to follow certain, this is always whenever we are drafting any letter, maybe a normal letter hai, yeah, simply the applications hai. So these are the normal things. Date, name, date, the date when the letter was generated. Okay, name, full name of an employee to whom we are addressing this, address of the office location from through which the company they are drafting this letter or giving warning letter to the employee. Then reply, warning for a disciplinary incidents is dear, the first name of the employee. So because it is not true that the person, still when you are writing a warning letter, till that the employee is innocent, it is not true. So we are writing a dear and the employee, this letter is to serve an official warning to you for the incident that happened on the date of the incidents. We were informed about, describe the brief the incident. So because maybe people just for a, this is again for just to maintain the record of like this is happened by the employee in the during his course of action, the brief the incidents, because so and so date so such a thing is happened. So company they need to describe in brief, not in a detail, the kind of misconduct is not expected in the workplace and is against the company policy. Mention the name of the policy, page number, section number, para number, or serial number in the company policy document. Maybe just to give a reminder, sort of the which policy he has violated, and he the when you are writing a warning letter, you need to give a detail on so and so para, so and so serial number, so and so exactly which policy he has not followed. Okay, our policy and the guidelines are designed with the goal to make the work environment and company culture open and the safe for all employees at all levels. We expect every employee to respect and follow these guidelines in order to encourage a collaborative and the performance-oriented work culture. So these are a certain guidelines issued by the higher authority at the time of when they are framing the warning later. Since you have been found to be, this is one example. Okay, this is regarding the policy and the guideline, which is designed with the goal to make the work environment and the company culture open. Since you have not have been found to be violating the rules, we are hereby putting you on a warning period. Mention the duration of a warning period. During this period, your behavior will be monitored. So these are they are giving a time bound, like if you are not changing your behavior or not improved your behavior, then the necessary steps taken by the organization, so they are allowing the employee to work in the same premises and your behavior is monitored, okay, under observation. Any reoccurrence of the violation will ensure strict action against you, and that may be followed by suspension without the pay or termination without a prior notice. So these are a very hard step, and this is a future steps, and it is that's why given to the candidate to, so that he will improve his behavior. Okay, so maybe the through in the warning letter it said they are giving a detail, like suppose you are not changing your behavior, if you are not, we have not observed your behavior it's changed, we will give a suspension order, and that is without the pay. Okay, suspension order, many you people have heard about, like many people they got the suspended because of their misconduct or misbehavior, or maybe they are harassing some any employee in the organization, so suspended for 2 months, or maybe for corruption also many employees they are suspended. So it is observed by the organization, and it is proved that the person had did something which is not against the company policy, and definitely there is a too higher or very harsh decision taken by the company, that is a suspension or a termination. We continue to believe that you are valuable part of our organization and expect you to show immediate improvement. Looking forward to seeing positive outcome of this discussion. So this is one line which is very very important, that just to motivate the employee to improve his behavior, companies